Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I am Yashvi and I'll be conducting a series of interviews with the founders and CEOs of several innovative startups in India. In today's interview, I'll be talking to the CEO and founder of Cyboard, Mr. Rajat Singhal. Having completed his CA at a very young age, CA Rajat Singhal is a serial entrepreneur who has vast experience in multiple domains viz. Education, finance, hospitality and real estate. He is an excellent administrator and a self-motivated leader. From bootstrapping business to mobilizing and completing stuck-up projects to landing acquisitions to turning loss-making ventures into profitable ones, he has an experience of turning difficulties into opportunities, which is also the case in Cyboard School. He is visionary and an innovator who believes in giving shape to the strengths and the thoughts to with full conviction and dedication. He is a promoter of the K8 school who achieved its maximum strength of about 500 students in just 3 years of its inception and made a mark in its segment, and that too without any previous experience in this field. To know more about his journey, let's get into the video.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. I'm Yashvi from Startup Planes, and we are very grateful to have you here on board with us. I would request you to please introduce yourself to the viewers.
Hi guys, this is Rajat Singhal and I am the CEO of Cyboard School, and I'm glad that Startup Plane has invited me for an interview. Thank you so much, Startup Plane. Thanks, Yashvi.
Thank you. So here is my very first question for you. How did you come up with the idea of the startup?
So first of all, I would like to tell what the startup is all about. So Cyboard School is a 100% online school, and here what we're trying to achieve is that we are bringing the best teaching pedagogies, the best teachers and the best curriculum, and we're trying to make it accessible and approachable to all the students and parents across tiers, across boundaries and across income segments. So where did we get this idea from? In the nutshell, we got this idea from the lockdown. So in the pandemic, when the lockdown happened, overnight, all the schools, all the students, all the teachers, they had to come online. I was running a physical K8 school already, and that's still on. And then suddenly this idea, when the entire shift happened online, so this idea came to us that why can't this happen in the long term? So I would say the pandemic is the initiator, but then again, this concept, what we have developed is we have developed for the longer run post the pandemic era also, where I would say 10 to 15% schools, barring them in India, apart from them, nobody is able to give that kind of education across tiers. So we want to make a quality education available everywhere. So that is where we got the idea from.
Great concept, sir. So my next question is, what was the most difficult part in the early stage of the company's growth?
So Yashvi, this would be a question to you, I would say. So when you think of a school where you're not supposed to go physically, what comes to your mind? And that concept barrier, that conceptual psychological barrier is the biggest impediment to the, I would say, growth of the company or the acceptability of the concept. So this has been obviously a total shift in what we are trying to do. What we're trying to achieve is we want to completely change how schooling is seen in India. We want to make it digital. So when I say digital, that is more digital and less physical. However, we'll have some physical components to it, but primarily the entire academics would be given digital. So that shift and that acceptability is the biggest challenge that we kind of had in the growth. And I think 1 year down the line, there'll be a fair acceptability amongst the people.
I'm sure. What was the gap in the market that you identified?
See, the biggest gap is lies in the statement that in India, a student of a grade 8th is supposed to frame and write a complete English sentence. Now that is where the schooling system lies today, and that is the current state of the schooling system. This is a very big gap, and we want to fill it throughout the even to the deepest of the it is for the tier 2s, the tier 3s and the tier 1s, but going forward we want to take it to the rural India and to the villages as well, and that is the gap which we want to fill.
Okay, so can you please explain your business model?
So, Yashvi, we typically operate like a school. So, our business model is similar to what is the business model of a physical school as well. So, we charge fees, we charge annual fees, we charge tuition fees, and that is how we earn revenue. Going forward, there will be revenues attached to the physical interactivities and the picnics also. And more so, we would love to explore, love the students and parents to explore their child's interests and passions. So there is a broad horizon available beyond that, where we can also, I would say, monetize many other things. But the key model and the key revenue lies in the fee structure that we have for the students to pay for the online school.
Okay, so my next question is that what are the products that you offer?
The baseline product is schooling. So we are offering schooling as our core product. So when I say schooling, so we have developed a platform which is an integration of an ERP and LMS, a video conferencing tool, and it is enabled by AI. So that is our product. And the biggest thing is that we have teachers aligned with us who are master teachers and who've been handpicked, and they are, expert subject teachers. So what we are providing is a regular schooling. So the classes happen live. The best part about our product and our platform is that we do not give recorded classes, we are giving live classes. And that takes us way ahead than any other platform company that exists in the nation right now. So we give regular classes like a normal school, and we have a proper timetable. उसमें बीच में छुट्टी भी होती है, नर्सरी क्या कहते हैं, lunch break भी होता है. So everything happens. So there's a lunch break also. There are other breaks also that happen, and we also have extracurricular activities like dance, I would say music, yoga, theater. So we are doing everything, craft. So that is the service that we are giving. We are operating like a proper school with a holistic approach.
Okay. So who are your target customers?
See, Yashvi, our target customers are all those people and students who are not getting good education. That can be because of multiple reasons. So the best part about us is that we are crossing all the geographical barriers that are there. We are crossing the barriers created by typical physical real estate. So when we talk about that, we are saying that, leaving the few big schools and the people who can afford those schools, apart from that, everyone is our target customer. And right now, in the very first phase, our target customers are probably somebody who have an annual income lying between 3 lakh rupees to anywhere 8 lakh, 10 lakh rupees an annum. So they are easily our customers, and that is the biggest chunk in India. So when we talk about the school going kids, the demography that we have in India is close to 30 crore students, right? So that is a huge chunk. So our target market lies between that age group, but more so for the initial phases, our targets are tier 2s, tier 3s, and the lower income segments of tier 1s. That is what we are eyeing right now.
Okay, so why do your customers choose your services and why do they order again?
See, that is, I would say, for us, that is quality. And that is our motto: the quality of education. The UI and UX that we have created in our platform, that is amazing, that is very easy to use. So ideally, or I would say typically, in this lockdown scenario, what people are doing for giving online education is they are toggling between 4-5 platforms. So for an example, an ERP like for giving feedback to the parents or a parent portal. Then they're using an LMS. Then they're using a video conferencing solution like Zoom or Google Meet or whatever. Then they're using WhatsApp for giving the homework and taking back the homework, submission of assignments and everything. So now here we are not doing all those things. What we have done is we have made a consolidated platform where everything is there in house. Going forward, the biggest concern is whether a child is paying attention in the classes or not. So there, what we have in place is the artificial intelligence that we've integrated in the platform. So your child is being monitored the entire time he's there in front of the camera, he's there in front of the screen. So we know how much time a student has attended the classes, whether he's just opened the classes and he's not there, or she's not there. So we can very easily catch hold of them. So for that reason, I would say that parents would choose us primarily because हमने उनकी responsibility कर दी है. We have taken a lot of burden off their shoulders and we have taken everything on us. So this is one, and secondly, the entire curriculum that we have designed has been designed in a manner that it is perfectly suited to online schooling. Moreover, we are also working on models where we can empower a couple of, I would say, schools who are not equipped in terms of good academics. That can be because of multiple reasons, because of non-availability of teachers, or probably, I would say, they are not open to the teaching pedagogies that are available in the market right now. So having said all those things, we'll be devising solutions directly for the schools as well, wherein we'll be empowering them in terms of their academic support. So the best thing about, again, it comes to quality. That is why everybody would choose us.
Great. What are the 3 unique things about you that make you better than your competitors?
Okay, so I've already told them, but then again, I would say that we are envisioning or the product in a way that ease is something that is attached to it. So the biggest thing that comes to us for the customer is the ease of use. The second thing would be the USP is the cost effectiveness that we have planned. So none of our competitors are anywhere close to us in terms of costing. But having said that, we are maintaining and we are giving rather a quality par excellence, and that is primarily our USP. So these are the basic 3 things. One is ease of use, the second is affordability, pocket friendliness, and the third is the quality.
Okay, so my next question is that why should a job applicant work with you?
See, we are operating in a very progressive organization. So today, since we are a startup, this is known to all that whomsoever forms part of the core team of the startup and give their heart and soul to the company, they have a huge prospect to grow. However, ours is a very demanding job role because in a startup, somebody is expected to do multiple roles at a time. However, we have categorized and classified them as much as possible. But then again, a startup is a startup. Having said that, one who is ambitious, one who wants to learn, and one who wants to, I would say, serve the country at large by giving a solution or working for a solution that is going to create a paradigm shift in the education sector. So we are ideal for all those people, and we can ensure that the kind of growth somebody can get in a startup is probably nothing, and that too in the core team can probably not get anywhere else. So that is why people should join us at this point immediately if they want to seek growth in their lives.
If it wasn't for your company, what would you be doing right now?
So as I told you already, I am running a K8 school, and that is where my entire education experience also comes from. Why we got into the online schooling is also from that experience. So had this not been in place, I would have been going for a physical schools expansion or planning something on those lines. But then again, now that would be a territory based thing. But now I see the entire country, or probably in the long run, the entire world as my target market or the area that I want to service. So thankfully, from with the Cyboard school, we'll be able to go national and global. Whereas had it not been there, I would have been restricted to my small geography where I would have been running a typical K8 physical, a physical school.
Okay. So, what are the products and services you constantly require for your business?
See, ours is primarily a tech business, but simultaneously it is a education thing. So the major consultants who can guide us on how to scale and how to make the AI even better and better every passing day, because artificial intelligence is something that takes your product to a next level, and that is what we are banking upon also, and we already have integrated, but we'll refine it every coming day. So giving a small example that in the longer run, we even have a provision that the AI and your computer's camera would be monitoring the kids' expressions as to whether they're sad, they're happy while they're attending the classes, they're confused. So all that is part of the AI. So we want to develop that as much as possible and make it fine. Secondly, where comes the schooling and the education part? Obviously, there are going to be physical books also. So when it comes to that, we would require the services of printers, I would say, and printers and stationaries and all that stuff. So that is something that we courier services, because we are delivering the physical books directly to the parents' house. So these are the kind of services that we look at. Apart from that, it's more towards that the teaching talent that plays the biggest role.
Right. Okay. On which parameters do you select your vendors and suppliers, like price, quality, or convenience?
See, we follow an optimum mix approach. The first preference is to the quality, and then we go for the pricing of a given quality. So the first benchmark that comes is the quality of the product. So when we select a particular quality and when we select a particular product, then it comes to the pricing of that product, which we compare in the market. So therefore, we start with quality and end up at pricing, instead of starting in pricing and ending up at quality. So that is the idea. So we have a certain benchmark that we have to follow, and that for that we maintain a certain standard. Once that is met, then we look at the pricing of that particular thing, and then we go ahead.
Okay. So, what are the recent and the long-term plans of your startup?
See, as of now, today we are sitting at a child base of 250, with our feet grounded at close to 22 states. We are already present in 22 states in India. So right now, for this academic year, I would say that this is what we have gone into the B2C. As for this year, or till the time the pandemic continues, we are also helping the schools, and we have created a B2B model wherein we are helping the schools by giving a 360-degree academic support, wherein we send them books, we teach their students, we give the online platform, we give them online logins, they come on board, and with an assurance that once the entire pandemic is gone, or after this year, the students would resume their schools once the physical schools are open. And we have kept the prices so affordable even for the schools, that even if they charge their regular fee structure, there is some saving to them, and they can run their operations smoothly. And the best part is that they can retain their students for the longer run. So that B2B model is also that we are working on right now. In the long run, we have a very clear agenda and picture that we want to serve close to 1 crore students in another 5 years of time. So we want that 1 crore students would be studying on Cyboard school 5 years down the line. That is our dream, that is our wish list, and we hope that we are able to achieve that.
Okay. So, are you raising any external funds or willing to raise in near future?
So right now, the entire startup has been bootstrapped, and yes, we are looking to raise some funds, and we'll start the pitching process very soon. And we are pretty much hopeful with the kind of progress that we have just done in just 6 months, 6 to 7 months, I would say. So we are fairly there where the VCs look at funding any startup. So we have already started. I would say we are soon starting the pitching process for raising funds externally.
Okay,
So we're
so
looking
my
to raise anywhere close to $3 million, and that is what our target is right now, to raise that amount so that we can scale up to close to 50,000 students the very next year.
okay, so my last question is, what is your feedback on startup lanes?
So I would really like to appreciate and congratulate Startup Lane for its endeavor in giving a platform to the startups, and it is a very encouraging thing, and it is the thing which is required right now, because looking at the startup scenario, that is the way to go ahead, I would say. And there's so many budding entrepreneurs that are coming up, escaping from that job mindset and taking the risk and becoming entrepreneurs and starting their own startups. And that is a place where, that is a time where Startup Lane is supporting them in multiple things, giving them a platform to express themselves. Apart from that, helping them raise funds at a certain point. So I would say Lane is doing a wonderful exercise to give them a beautiful platform. That is really so nice.
Thank you, sir, for your time and sharing your inspirational journey with us.